Hello, my beautiful Virgos. How you doing? Happy Monday. Happy Monday. Happy mental health check day. Let's see what's in your energy. Whoo! Virgo, you popped out as the Queen of Swords. Virgo, you gotta, this card is different, okay? Some of you may be going through some mirror, need to do some mirror work on yourself or looking at yourself in the mirror. It's something that you need to start standing up for yourself. You need to start having more confidence. You need to stop allowing people to talk to you any kind of way, do you any kind of way. Because in the regular Queen of Swords tarot deck, okay, the sword is up. The Queen of Swords in the regular Queen of Swords, that Queen of Swords don't take no mess, okay? That Queen of Swords is cutthroat, okay? This here, you're just letting too many people get away with something, get away with things. You're letting people get away with family, friends, it don't matter, relationships, husband, wife, children, it doesn't matter. You're letting people get away with too much, is what Spirit is saying. And you need to work on that. You need to build your confidence up, okay? What is causing you to allow people to talk to you any kind of way and you not saying anything? Because the sword is down. Hello, I'm Positive Thoughts and Energy. Welcome to the channel. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night to my beautiful souls. I love you guys. Happy Monday. Happy Monday. This is July the 18th, 2025. I love you guys. Remember, when you're watching the video, time is fluid. You can come back and watch a video 3-4 years ago I did. If it resonates, that's when it's time, okay? So remember that time is fluid. But I feel like you're letting people get away with too much, okay? It's time to pick that sword up, and it's time for you to look in the mirror and stop allowing people. Why are you doing this? Look, ask yourself. You're looking in the mirror at yourself. Why are you letting people get away with the things that they're doing to you? Yes, I'm talking to you. Yes, I'm talking to you. You're letting people get away with too much. Tell me more about this, Spirit. Some of you, this could be past tense. Some of you, you're going through this right now. Okay? So some of you might, ooh, okay. All right. Look what popped out and knocked you out. Yeah, you're allowing too many people to do things. The devil popped out at you. The devil popped out. Okay? And the way that card popped out and knocked you over, that sign of a Virgo, that means that you're not standing up for yourself. Okay? Some of you could be in a connection right now that you're being overpowered. This can be a relationship. This can be a marriage. This can be your workplace. Again, you're overpowered. You're letting people overpower you. Okay, and like the old saying, my beautiful Virgos. Now remember, take what resonates, everybody. This is not going to be for everybody. But also someone, this could be already past tense. For some of y'all, this has already happened. Some of y'all going through this right now. Some of y'all is coming up in your near future that there's somebody that you have allowed to get away with too much. And this devil energy is where this is someone that has really, I'm picking up the energy of mentalness, okay? The mentalness. And it's time for you to look in the mirror. It's time for you to see yourself and stop allowing people to mentally abuse you, okay? For some of you, this physical. And when I say physical, it can be as far as them pushing you. That's still physical. Okay, it ain't always a hit. It can be them pushing you, twisting your arm, you know what I'm saying? Things like that. But you have to stand up for something or you're going to fall for everything. I don't know who you are, but Spirit is saying, stop allowing people to get away with a lot of things. Now, I just did a video, okay? I just did a video before this one, but I'm going to post this one first. And this one is, standing up for yourself. Let's see what else going on. Okay. You got the Chariot that came out. I feel like for some of y'all, I'm talking past tense. This is telling me that some of you are moving forward, moving on. Chariot is moving on. Okay. From a very toxic situation that you may have allowed someone to just talk to you in any kind of way, belittle you, treat you any kind of way, and you put up with it. Okay. Tell me more, Spirit, about this energy. Some of y'all are allowing somebody to get away with too much, and they're very tough. Yeah, you are Empress. King of Swords. See? This, look at that. You showing up as an Empress. Okay? You're showing up as an Empress. Okay? And you got the King of Swords out here with his sword down. And you got your, look at that. Whoever this is, look at here. You got, let me show you what's going on here. I'm talking to you, an Empress. You got the Queen of Swords and the King of Swords here. This is someone that overpowers you. Okay? You see this person is in position. You see you over here. This is someone that dominates you and belittle you and cut you down. Says a lot of things to you, and you're not defending yourself. I don't know who this is for, but you notice the two cards. It's pretty much self-explanatory. Look at the swords. He got his sword. He's standing firm. You have yours to the side looking in the mirror at yourself. You're allowing him or her, reverse the roles how they fit in your life, everybody. You're allowing this person to talk to you, treat you any kind of way, belittle you, intimidate you, because this person, look at it, this is King of Swords. King of Swords is a logical thinker. Okay? And with this King of Swords, in the regular tarot deck, he's sitting down. This one is standing up. I'm pulling from the double deck, okay? This King of Swords is very toxic. This person has had control over you for quite some time. You've been with this person for quite some time. Okay? You are Empress, but you don't, this person has found your weak spot over the years of being with this man or this woman. They have learned your weak spot, and this person has cut you down. And Spirit said you gotta stand up for yourself. You gotta stop allowing people to talk to you any kind of way. You gotta stop backing down. Whoever this is very dominant energy here. Let me fix that. Very dominant energy. And you are Empress. You're showing up as an Empress. You're showing up as a nurturer. Okay, but you have a side of you that you're allowing people to get away with because you are nurturing. You are very classy, feminine energy. You're very, very high value, but you allow this sword, this King of Swords, to dominate you, and shut your mouth. Because you're not speaking up for yourself. Okay? I'm talking to quite a few of y'all in here. Tell me more about this, Spirit. Yeah, definitely a lover. Okay? Somebody you're dealing with. Some of y'all used to deal with. Some of y'all, you're going through this now, that it's time to stand up and it's time to move forward. With this Chariot, I feel like some of y'all are moving away from this toxic situation. Some of you could be moving away from this toxic situation because you know your worth. Okay? Some of you are tired of how this person has treated you through the years. Tell me more, Spirit. Moon, which way, Spirit? Look at that. Fear. Some of you are allowing fear. You're afraid to stand up against this masculine energy. Fear is this person has put fear in your heart, even though you're Empress, but this person has fear because of how they are. This person can be a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, Scorpio, heavy. Okay, the fear. Moon. Some of you are afraid of this masculine energy. Remember, tarot has no gender. You can be a feminine in your masculine. You can be a masculine in your feminine. And some of you are afraid of the unknown. If I say too much, here come the abuse. Here come it's like this person, when you try to say something, this person just cuts you down and you can't say nothing. This person quietens you down. Even when you try your best to stand up to this man or this woman. Okay? Tell me more, Spirit. But baby, let me tell you something. For some of y'all gained a backbone. Okay? Some of y'all gained a black backbone. So for some of y'all, you were once that chick or once that dude, but you showed up. Which way, Spirit? Yep. You showed up as the Queen of Swords. You ain't taking no more shit. You see how you popped out? This is a double deck tarot deck, okay? Some of you move forward. Bottom of the deck is the World card. You closed that door so fast in this person's face. Some of you left this person. You got tired of putting up with the BS and you closed that cycle. This was somebody that dominated you. This was somebody that you had no voice. This is somebody that cut you down every time you tried to speak. And for some of y'all, this is past tense. You got a backbone and you left with this Chariot. You left this connection and you closed this cycle. Some of you, you're going to have to speak up for yourself. Okay, yeah, some of y'all, this was not a good relationship. This was not a good marriage. It was actually, you were on the wrong path. This was definitely bad karma with this person that you were dealing with. Gemini, very strong in here. If you have not left this person, I see that you're about to be fed up. You're about to be fed up and you're about to close this cycle. Remember, everybody's on different timelines. Okay? You realize that I'm tired of being your punching bag. I'm tired of you talking to me any kind of way. I'm tired. Some of you left. I'm talking to some of y'all that got the hell out of Dodge. Okay? You released this toxic person because where you was at in this marriage or this relationship or whatever the situation, it can be family, it can be mama, daddy, it can be whoever. You got tired of the mental abuse. You got tired of not having a voice. You got tired of being talked to any kind of way. Whoever this masculine energy, could be it could be a male or a female, older, more of a father figure, mother figure, they were very nasty with their mouth. Some of you could have been brought up in a household where your parents just really talked to you any kind of way. You could have been brought up with mental abuse, just talked to any kind of way. This was someone that you were in fear of. Okay. So this could be, this could be for some of y'all past tense. This could be childhood trauma. Okay. The fear of unknown, you was afraid to speak up to this person. So whoever this is, definitely for some of you is family. Okay. For some of you, majority of you, this is a lovers. Okay. Now with the lovers, I want you to understand with the lovers can be someone that you care about. Okay, it's not always a relationship. So everybody take what resonates. Somebody you care about, somebody, that you care. It matters to you in your life. Okay, it's not just a relationship. It's someone that you love, interact, that family, children, whoever has dominated you. You grew up being dominated. You grew up not having a voice. You grew up, you could not speak until one day some of y'all said, enough is a freaking enough. Look at that. You see that? You said, I'm done. I'm getting tired of you. You don't. Okay. Yeah, you came out of that energy. Some of you don't close this cycle. Congratulations. Some of you are going through this right now. And I'm here to tell you, Spirit Guides God is here to remind you, to tell me to remind you that you got to get yourself and stop allowing people to talk to you any kind of way. I feel like whoever I'm talking to, your relationships, every relationship, or not every, but this particular one has dominated you for years. And I feel like the reason why this happened to somebody is because you met someone when they were on their karmic wheel. You met somebody that was going through bad luck. You met somebody that was not happening. You got on somebody else's wheel, and that caused a lot of bad luck to happen in your life. Some of you are stuck mentally in your head trying to make a decision. You know there's no justice there. You have, whoever you are, you've been doing a lot of crying. Okay, a lot of crying going on here, a lot of in your feelings, and a lot of you are stuck because you don't know what to do. Okay, and the justice is in the reverse. Some of you, believe it or not, people quietly go through things within a relationship, in a marriage. Their husband, their wife are very abusive. Yes, men are get abusive too with their wives. You have wives, you have women out here that is narcissists. You have women out here that talk to a man like they a dog, and they have been so conditioned with that particular woman, whoever this is. You have been on this karmic wheel with this individual lover for a long time, because the wheel is cracked in half. So whoever this is, you've been on this wheel. I feel like you showed up as an empress. That means that you showed up in this person's life when you met this man or this woman, an empress or emperor. When you met this man or woman, okay? You hear me? You showed up as an empress. Okay? You showed up as an empress, and this person cut you down till you had no voice. Okay, you met this person, you was on your pedestal, and this person quieting you down. This person shut your voice down. Ain't that some stuff? Ain't that some mess? Okay. This person found a way to quieten you down, because you got the Queen of Swords and the King of Swords. If you would have had, if this card would have came out first, Virgo, instead of that card, then it's like, you ain't talking to, okay, you ain't talking to me any kind of way. It's like they try to talk junk to you, you talk back. But this card didn't come out till later. So that means that a lot of y'all have healed from that and closed that cycle and left this person. Some of you right now, this person met you, you was a high priestess, or okay, spirit say high priestess, you were an empress, and this person cut you down till you had no voice. Okay? And so that intimidated you, where you don't say but so much, because you don't want to rattle the snake. You don't want to rattle the devil, okay, per se. Yeah, they took your strength. Some of you dealing with this low self-esteem. Took your strength. Okay? Yeah. Emperor in the reverse. That's why I say, took your strength. Men, this woman took your strength. This woman talked to you any kind of way, made you feel belittled, everything. Took your strength, your power. This goes both ways, man and woman. Look at that. The Emperor came out in the Emperor. Okay, masculine energy came out in the reverse. The Queen of Swords, feminine. It came out with the sword down. This person very intimidated, woman or female. It doesn't matter. Yeah, it took you off your pedestal. The King of Wands in the reverse made you feel less than. Okay, no matter what you did, they talk junk. They only looked at the things that you couldn't do for them, but you did a lot for this woman, masculine energy. You done a lot for this woman, this feminine energy. And this person was never satisfied and talked to you any kind of way, disrespected you. Okay, cutthroat. And in the type of person that you are, Virgo, is like, I'm not gonna put my hands on no woman. And this person knew that you wasn't gonna put your hands on her, okay, or him, how'd it go? And so that's what gave them the power to talk to you any kind of way. That's what gave them the power to shut your voice down. And a lot of times you said it wasn't even worth your time of arguing back and forth with this woman or this male. And you thought that if I don't say nothing, I can avoid it. But at the same time, I want you to see what this person, what a narcissist do, or a person that is mentally abusing you will do. You thinking, I'm going to just shut up. I'm not going to say nothing. I'm not going to be arguing back and forth with her. I'm not going to keep arguing back and forth with him. But what you have realized is that each day, by the hour, by the days, this person is humbling you. This person is taking your voice away. This person was intimidating, was breaking you down. But you was taking it as, I'm not going to argue. I don't want no problems. I'm just going to be quiet. You was not standing up for yourself. And so therefore, this person knocked you off your pedestal. This was somebody that didn't appreciate all the stuff that you did. Okay? Would never say, baby, thank you, or none of that. But they would doggone, soon as you don't do something, this person will, okay, treat you like you their child and you a grown man or grown woman. So you being trying to humble, don't want no problems. I don't want to argue today, And this person come at you with all kind of sideways things. This lover come to you with all stuff out of the blue like, what? This person would come to you out of the blue like, what? What are you talking about? And you like, I ain't gonna say nothing. I'm not even gonna argue with you. I know you ain't gonna argue with me. You MF, you this, you ain't, you did. And the whole time you said, I'm not going to argue about it. But the whole time you were indeed, through these years, you were being broken down. You were being broken. This person was bringing you off your pedestal and quieting you down and shutting you up. And you were losing your voice, even though you was being humble. You just don't want to argue. But they were stripping your voice. And they were overpowering you with the toxicity, with the mentalness, breaking you down bit by bit by bit. Yeah, that's how it goes. I kid you not. That's how it goes. Men, you were dealing with a very spirit is showing me for the masculine energies. Spirit is showing me a feminine that had a very nasty, ratchet mouth. Spirit is showing me this person was loud. And it's already, men's are not good at arguing. So, women think very faster than what men do when it come down to arguing. Men's got to calculate what they're saying, and that's why a lot of time men's just start cussing and calling you all out your name because they can't get a word in and it gets so mad. But women be like, so and they trying to pull out they defense mode until they can't get out. That's why a lot of times men's just say whatever, because that you can't get through to women. But you men were dealing with a very abusive person that really knocked you down off your pedestal. You came in as an emperor. Some of you came in as an empress when you met this woman, when you met this man, and then it became very, very wicked. It became very toxic. It became very controlling. Y'all were dealing with a controller that was stripping your voice away. Even though you said, I'm not going to argue. I'm not going to argue back and forth with her. I'm not going to argue back and forth with him. And you didn't realize that this person was definitely stripping you down with the words that they were saying. They were intimidating you. Oh, you think you a man? Oh, you think you a woman? You think you ain't no man, woman, no woman. Started putting in your head that maybe I ain't good enough. Maybe I ain't that man I thought I was. Well, maybe I ain't that woman I thought I was. Breaking you down bit by bit, making you second guess yourself. Okay. It's a manipulation, men and women, beautiful souls. It's a manipulation. It's to overpower and dominate a person because they see that you are, when they met you, of high value. And in order to break you down, they want to break you down so won't nobody else see you. It's like they got an opportunity to be with you because you showed up in their life. Now I'm going to make sure nobody will see them. Okay? You have people that comes in, warlocks, witches, come into your life and present themselves as such, that man or that woman that you was looking for in your life. And they end up being narcissists, warlocks, witches, okay? Bad ones. Okay, the warlocks come in and take you down off of your pedestal. And you're thinking that, oh, this is the man that I prayed for. Or this is the woman that I prayed for. And then come to find out years later, you were on a karmic wheel. Your life ended up in a disaster. This wheel of fortune is split in the middle. Okay, snakes around it, the devil. Look at the card. You got the snake over here, you got the devil over here, you got all kind of hell and chaos that this person was going through in their life, and you got on the wheel with them and didn't know it because they carried themselves. You wouldn't have never recognized if you wasn't a healed version, and a lot of you was not a healed version of yourself. You did not recognize this person when you met this person, because this person is hard to identify if you're not healed. A warlock or witch is hard to recognize if you're not coming from a healed place. Okay? Because they will show up exactly how you wanted it and will present themselves. But they're coming to dim your light. They're coming to strip whatever everybody else sees in you, rather even your own self. A warlock comes into your life, a witch come into your life, and they see all this confidence, and they see all this, you sitting up on a pedestal, and they see all this about you, and they come in and they strip you all the way down, and you lost your voice, you lost yourself in the midst of someone you thought that was going to love you. You could not stand up to this man or woman because the reason why you chose not to argue and fight and fuss and you just be quiet is because you were already in the thick of it. That means you already had formed a lot of feelings for this man or for this woman, and you love this man and this woman. And that's what they do. They get you right in the midst of it, right in that 9-month yard, that 6 months of talking to this man or woman, or that and baby, after a year, here it comes, hell. Here it comes, hell, the devil, the bottom of the deck. See that devil hanging, just tied in, tied together. Look at that devil. Look at that devil. Okay? First, with this devil, it started brainwashing mentally. It started mental abusing you, messing with your mind. Okay, you didn't realize that there was enough rope you could have got yourself out of this, but you didn't realize because this person was already brainwashing you, already started getting in your head. Then with this devil card, that's when you see this big old, you tied to this big old Oh yeah, we locked in. Locked in. And that's when all the hell, the unstableness began to happen with the King of Pentacles in the reverse. Everything was unstable. Everything was off course. Everything. And that's when you realize with this Queen of Wands in the reverse. Queen of Wands in the reverse twice. Oh my God. Oh my good. That's when you realize that you became codependent and you began to, this person started making you jealous and insecure, and the Queen of Wands in the reverse, men, and just needy, made you start acting out and finding yourself that you was needing this woman, yearning for this woman, needing this man, yearning for this man. The Queen of Wands out here twice in the reverse. Needy. This person got you to where they wanted you, like it was a drug, it was fixed, and this person had you all confused. Okay. Anger, temperance in the reverse, anger. You had no peace. The temperance in reverse, there were no peace. You couldn't even sleep good. You had no peace. You found out there was no peace. Your life was disrupted. You had no peace because you were dealing with an angry karmic. You got connected to a demonic spirit. Men, you connected your soul to a demonic spirit. Women, you connected your soul to a demonic spirit. Yes, ma'am. Think about that. Just ponder a minute on that. Just ponder for a second on what I just said. Ponder a second for what I just said. You connected. This person broke you down. This person caused you to lose your voice, to lose yourself. And they did it by first getting in your head. First, they made you feel like they was the best thing since sliced bread. And then that's when it all began. You didn't realize that you were so connected to a demonic spirit, to a warlock, to a witch, that treated you, broke you down, made sure that nobody else saw your value the way you came into their life. Some of y'all went through, when I tell you hell in a relationship with a woman, some of y'all went through, some of y'all are still healing from this trauma. And that's what a lot of times women have to realize, that it take, for men mentally to grasp what has happened in their life. How did I allow this woman to drag me like this? Mentally. Do you realize right now today that there's a lot of men that have not left marriages or relationships because the fear of this woman that has really broken them down for years? They're in fear of leaving this woman. Now, we already hear normally about a woman afraid of leaving a man. But you have a lot of men out here that are still with a woman that they're afraid of. And that's why they haven't left this woman. Because they're afraid of. This is someone that has been locked in with this woman for years. And they feel like, nope, I might as well just stay in this hell and just go down the hell, down the deep rabbit hole until we die. Some men would not leave that marriage or that relationship because in fear. So they rather go through hell because they don't love themselves. And I am going to start advocating that men start to heal their heart, mind, body, and soul from a lot of narcissists, mean, hateful women out here. Y'all can sit and say anybody can say what the hell they want to say. But there are some mean, demonic, women on this earth. And a lot of times they do that to good, humble men. And we already know that there are some men out here that just mistreat women. We talking about there is a lot of women just as well that is not being spoke upon because how men don't want the world to see them as weak. But I can guarantee you, if all the men come out into reality and make it known and just come out with it, it probably more abuse. Okay, not saying that there's not a whole lot of abuse with men, with women. A lot of men, I can guarantee if every man, if a lot of men, if a big high percentage of a men come out, it probably would shock the world with the statistics. They are abused, have went through abuse. And a lot of times men as young boys was very abusive, their parents was very abusive. Okay. So what I'm saying here is you have to be in your healed version of yourself to identify what a warlock and a witch is. Because they looking at you like, I'm getting ready to take all your light. I'm getting ready to knock you off your pedestal. I'm getting ready to intimidate you because you think you a king. You ain't no king. You ain't no this. So what you pay the bill? So what you do that? You still ain't a king. You don't deserve nothing. I ain't buying nothing. They ain't doing this. They ain't doing. You imagine the nasty mouth of a woman. Always two sides to a story. You sit and you think about your life, men and women, and how you thought that you met the lover or the love of your life, and they only saw you as, okay, I'm going to get the opportunity. Yeah, you thought highly of yourself when you met this man or this woman. You were on a pedestal. You were that king. You were that man. And you were that woman. You were that empress. You was that queen. You was her. You was him. Until they found your weak spot. Until they've plugged in and find out how to get you. And that's when the games begin. Spirit guys, give me clarity. Chariot card. Some of you making the decision to move on from this situation. Two of Swords along with the Chariot. Some of you are getting ready to make a choice and you're getting out of this dodge. You getting out of dodge. You leaving. The Chariot is out here twice. On right here. Two different decks. Some of you made a decision, you left, some of you right now, it's going to be difficult because you went through some mental abuse. It's going to be difficult for some of y'all because this has been a while since you've been with this person. This is somebody that some of y'all have known, in past life. You could have grew up. You could have been together since high school, since college. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Spirit is saying 16 years for some of y'all. 15. 20. Confirmation, Spirit. King of Swords in the reverse. I told you. This was somebody that was mean. This is a narc energy. This is somebody had a mean, nasty mouth. Very, very foul mouth. Very foul mouth. Broke your heart. Some of you done healed, done blocked this person. Some of you done healed, blocked this person. You done left this person. Some of you going through the pain. Because you know this, your heart done been broken. You're tired of the BS. Some of y'all done blocked. Your heart is cold. You done healed. This is old news for some of y'all. This is past tense for some of y'all. Some of y'all are in the energy now that you're tired of the Queen of Swords came out. You tired. You tired of the pain. You tired of the heartbreak. It's time to go. You're tired. You can't take it anymore. I'm positive thoughts and energy. In my readings, there are lessons, blessings, and confirmations. You just have to be vigilant, open-minded, and listen to the message. In life, we meet people, you know, we interact, we meet, and we meet with open arms, and our heart is open when we meet someone, right? You come in of your best version of yourself. I mean, you come in and present yourself as being a good man or being a good woman, you know. You show up in a person's life because you want the same. You want the same. And you're so excited and you're not thinking and you just, you know, you just fall in it. You just enjoy it. You get emotional attached. You have children. You this, you that. You go on your journey, right? And then you look back and say, where did I miss the signs at? Where did I go wrong at, Miss Positive Thoughts and Energy? I've been knowing this woman, I've been knowing this man for a long time, for years. We were young. And I tried my best to give her or him the world. I really came in putting my best foot forward. And didn't know that this person was using a manipulation tactic from the start. You never saw it. You never saw it. Because you were in the energy of the Queen of Wands twice, double confirmation in the reverse. Needness, wanting this love, wanting, you know, to be in love, to be with a good man, a good woman, and you overlooked someone that presented themselves in the woman and the man that you thought you prayed for. You really thought that was the one that God sent you, didn't you? No. It was never approved. You made your own step. Okay? It's a lesson to learn. Because you closed the cycle. And now you're not tolerating anything. You're not settling. You're not letting anyone talk to you any kind of way. You will not be disrespected. You will not go through any disrespect. And Miss Positive Thoughts of Energy, if that means that I'm going to be by myself, then damn it, so it be. People, take time to get to know somebody. And it don't take time for the representative to come out. You understand? Nowadays, we're in this world of online. Online, people hiding behind the camera online. You don't know the life that they live in. You don't know. It just looks beautiful and it just seems so real. But always be vigilant. And I'm not telling you to be paranoid and everybody has it out for me. No, that ain't what I'm saying. Be tapped into your intuition, that your solar plex, that inner knowing, that wisdom of inner knowing and identifying and going through the healing journey of knowing how to recognize a warlock or recognize a witch or recognize when somebody is on a demonic karmic wheel. Take the time out for yourself. And that way you won't lose time on anyone else. See, when you take the time out on yourself and you really heal and go deep within, you won't waste your time when you meet other people, because you're going to be able to identify and let them go and cut them off right there on the spot. The first 5 minutes, the first 3 minutes, they're gone. Take the time out for yourself to learn yourself so that you won't waste your time on anyone else. Until next time, Virgo.